It's no secret that reaching our golden years can bring about a host of challenges, and one of the most frustrating of those is the unmistakable ache in our joints. Picture this. Barbara, a vibrant 67-year-old, has been doing everything right. She walks every day, fills her plates with greens, and even avoids red meat. But, month after month, she feels her knees growing stiffer and more painful. At first, she dismisses it as just age, something all her friends are experiencing too. However, this pain isn't just a natural sign of aging. What if I told you that some of the foods Barbara regards as healthy might actually be feeding her discomfort? That carving out a living from the freshness of her diet, what she believed was anti-inflammatory, could be quietly contributing to the very inflammation she's trying to avoid? It's alarming, isn't it? Many seniors, just like Barbara, fall into this trap, unaware that their nutritional staples might just be the hidden saboteurs in their kitchens. Joint pain can start as a mere nuisance, but left unchecked, it can lead to crippling stiffness and a loss of mobility. Imagine waking up each day only to be met with the sharp reminder of that pain when you climb out of bed. Daily routines become daunting tasks. Simple things like bending down to tie your shoes or standing up from the couch become exercises in patience and endurance. It's not just about physical discomfort, though. This pain can seep into our emotions, too. Independence dwindles, and with it goes a sense of self. When you can't participate in your hobbies or interact with friends without discomfort, it can feel like the joy of your golden years is slipping through your fingers. What happens if this goes on unaddressed? Over time, it can lead not just to physical decline, but also to diminished confidence and a reduced connection with the things that once brought you happiness. As you navigate this chapter of life, take a moment to consider, what if your diet, the very foods you eat to maintain your health, could be the culprits behind your suffering? It's a thought that might shake the very foundation of what you believed to be healthful choices. In fact, some of these so-called healthy foods may contain inflammatory triggers that worsen your pain and suffering. Research shows that cartilage degeneration can increase with chronic inflammation, not just from standard wear and tear. This could mean that your knees, hips, and other joints are experiencing unnecessary strain and damage because of what you're putting on your plate. And the sneakiest part? These inflammatory triggers are often hiding in plain sight, right there in your kitchen. So, what can you do? Stay tuned, because the first of these healthy foods is likely sitting in your fridge right now, quietly creating havoc in your joints. What if identifying these hidden dangers could pave the way for reclaiming your independence and joy in life? Join us as we uncover what you may need to rethink, and let's begin the journey towards healthier joints and vibrant living. Imagine for a moment that your body is a fine-tuned machine, operating smoothly for years. You've taken care to fuel it with what you believed were premium ingredients, only to discover that some of those very foods might be causing the wear and tear you dread. Surprising, isn't it? For many seniors like Barbara, the experience is frustratingly familiar. Barbara, at 67, holds on to the belief that her commitment to healthy foods will safeguard her mobility. Day after day, she walks, eats her leafy greens, and consciously avoids red meat. But with each passing month, those knees are not just stiff, they're screaming for relief. What if I told you that Barbara, like so many others, is unknowingly steering her body toward more inflammation and discomfort with what she's choosing to consume? You see, as we age, our bodies undergo changes that can alter how we react to foods. Our joints are particularly vulnerable. Picture the cartilage in your joints as the smooth pavement of a well-maintained road. Over time, as inflammation creeps in, often from the very foods we celebrate as healthy, the integrity of that pavement starts to deteriorate. It can lead to what appears to be wear and tear, but it's a deeper battle at play. Chronic inflammation isn't just about getting older. It's a silent war playing out inside us, often fueled by our diets. Many older adults remain blissfully unaware of this slow deterioration. They assume their discomfort is merely a sign of aging. After all, isn't joint stiffness a rite of passage? Sadly, this common misbelief can leave them trapped in a cycle of pain and disappointment. The truth is that certain foods, which many consider staples, might contain inflammatory substances, working against their good intentions. Take, for instance, omega-6 fatty acids. These are often touted as part of a balanced diet. They're found in many cooking oils and processed foods that line our grocery store shelves. While we do need a balance of omega-6 fatty acids for health, too much can encourage inflammation and exacerbate joint pain, especially as we age. Imagine you're adding a splash of soy or corn oil to your salad, believing you're making a healthier choice. At the same time, that simple act might be part of a larger problem, one that's wreaking havoc in your joints. This is perhaps the most unsettling part. Foods thought to be healthy, turning on you, like a friend who betrays your trust. And let's not forget farm-raised fish. Barbara might think her fish choices are healthy, yet she could be unwittingly feeding her body pro-inflammatory grains by selecting farm-raised varieties, lower in essential omega-3 fatty acids. It's quite the paradox. What you thought you were consuming for health could instead be setting the stage for ongoing discomfort. Now, you may find yourself asking, how could this happen? How do these ingredients slip under the radar? Many of these inflammatory foods are hidden in our everyday meals. Think of vegetable oils, margarine, and store-bought salad dressings, often marketed as heart-healthy options. They may blend seamlessly into your cooking, yet they could be part of the reason joint pain is becoming a commonplace struggle. You're not alone if you feel a sense of betrayal. This realization isn't just concerning, it sparks a critical question. What can we do differently? The good news is that awareness is the first step toward better choices. It paves the way for recovery if we understand the culprits. So, what should you do next? The first step is simple. Take a closer look at what's in your kitchen and how it affects your body. Consider the origins and processing of your food. It's a small shift in thinking that could lead to significant improvements. Instead of fearing that your dietary choices are harming you, empower yourself with knowledge and the right alternatives. Stay tuned as we venture into the specifics of these hidden dangers. The first of these, healthy foods, is lying in wait in your fridge right now. A quiet presence that might just be the reason for your increasing discomfort. This is your opportunity to take control of your health and your joints. Join us as we dive deeper into recognizing these foods and discover a way to reclaim your vitality. You probably have this in your kitchen right now, but don't realize it's the reason your legs feel heavy and stiff. Let's talk about whole wheat, a staple in many senior diets. Many of you have swapped white bread for whole grain options, believing you're making a healthier choice. However, what you might not know is that these heart-healthy grains can be causing your joints serious harm. You're not alone if you feel betrayed by the very foods you thought would support your health. Think about Barbara again. She's convinced that her whole grain breakfast is helping her maintain her vitality. But with every slice, her joint discomfort escalates. As she discovers more about the interplay between diet and her age-related challenges, it becomes clear that those seemingly wholesome whole grains might not be her friends after all. The myth around whole wheat is powerful. It's marketed as a high-fiber, low-fat option that helps with weight management and heart health. Yet, research tells us a different story. Whole wheat and similar grains can lead to a remarkable spike in blood sugar levels. Think of it like your body, upon consuming these grains, suddenly being thrown into a frenzy. Insulin surges to manage that spike, triggering a cascade of inflammatory responses throughout your body, including in your joints. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to gluten, the protein found in wheat and other grains. It's as if our systems lose their resilience, making us more susceptible to issues like leaky gut syndrome and autoimmune responses. The research from institutions like the NIH and the Arthritis Foundation suggests that gluten can exacerbate inflammation, particularly in individuals over 60. This might explain why Barbara, despite her best intentions, experiences worsening stiffness and discomfort. Every breakfast, every sandwich, each bite could be feeding inflammation, treating her joints like she's grinding them against sandpaper. And it gets even trickier. Think of one person's powerful experience. They chose to go gluten-free, cutting out whole wheat, and within weeks noticed a remarkable reduction in their stiffness and pain. Just like that, a food believed to be nutritious became a source of discomfort. It's enough to make anyone feel betrayed. So you might ask, what can you do about it? It's time to reclaim your health with some simple swaps. Instead of reaching for whole wheat products, consider alternatives that are both delicious and lower on the glycemic index. Almond flour and coconut flour are excellent substitutes when baking or cooking. They're packed with nutrients and fiber, but without the inflammatory baggage. And let's not forget about low glycemic root vegetables, such as sweet potatoes or carrots, which can add variety and flavor while ensuring you get your fiber in a joint-friendly way. Imagine eating a warm bowl of mashed sweet potatoes instead of a slice of whole wheat toast. It's not just a dietary swap, it's a moment of nourishment that can contribute to your overall well-being. You see, the key isn't simply avoiding grains altogether. It's about making informed choices. Your body is a complex system that thrives on the right fuel. By removing inflammatory foods like whole wheat from your diet, you allow your body to repair itself. Imagine the relief as you begin to feel lighter, more mobile, and free of that nagging discomfort. As we transition into the next part of our journey, think of this chapter as a powerful shift, an awakening to the truth about what you have long trusted. We're turning your understanding of health on its head, paving the way for informed choices that support not only your joints, but your overall quality of life. But hold on, there's another common food lurking in your kitchen that could be doing just as much damage. It's time to dive into the next chapter, where we'll reveal the hidden pitfalls of a food many believe is the gold standard for health. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. It could change everything about how you view your dietary choices and your joint health. Ever wonder why your knees feel tight, even when you've done nothing wrong? You might be stepping into a familiar trap, one that many seniors unknowingly fall into. It's that comforting advice that seems to echo through the years. Drink your milk, it's good for your bones. But let's pause for a moment and examine that belief. What if I told you that the dairy products you've been relying on to support your joint health could be doing just the opposite? You see, while dairy has long been hailed as a calcium-rich solution for healthy bones, modern dairy is not what it used to be. Today, many low-fat yogurts and calcium-fortified milk options are loaded with hidden sugars and come from cows treated with hormones and antibiotics. Imagine pouring your morning cereal with a glass of milk that could be stirring up inflammation rather than providing the serene support you've been led to believe. To put this into perspective, let's think about the protein in dairy, called casein. For some individuals, particularly as we age, casein can become a source of sensitivity, sparking inflammatory responses when consumed. If you've noticed that your joints feel increasingly achy after enjoying your favorite yogurts, it could be more than just a coincidence. Research suggests that for a subset of the population, including many seniors, dairy can contribute to joint pain and swelling. And let's not overlook the sugar deception. Many people opt for low-fat dairy to manage their weight, believing it's a healthier choice. However, what they often don't realize is that these products are frequently packed with added sugars to enhance flavor. Think of added sugar as a little spark that ignites a bonfire, one that leads to inflammation raging through your joints, compounding the discomfort you feel day in and day out. It becomes clear that while you're making an effort to nourish your body, you could be unintentionally feeding it something that causes harm. Moreover, the production methods of modern dairy can disrupt your microbiome, the vital community of bacteria in your gut that plays a significant role in your immune response. When disrupted, it can lead to inflammation that's reflected in joint pain. Now, I understand this might feel like a revelation that turns your world upside down. You've been reaching for what you thought were the right benefits, all in good faith, only to find out you've been choosing the wrong source. But there's hope. There are numerous alternatives out there that not only contribute to bone health, but also support your joints without the potential inflammation that dairy might bring. Consider switching out your traditional dairy options for unsweetened almond milk or coconut yogurt. These alternatives can provide a creamy texture and delicious flavor without the baggage of dairy-derived inflammation. Plus, they're lower in calories and free from inflammatory proteins. And don't forget about bone broth, rich in collagen and nutrients. Bone broth not only nourishes your joints, but can actively work to reduce inflammation, leading to better mobility and less discomfort. Picture this: a cozy bowl of soup made from rich bone broth, possibly with some delightful herbs and veggies tossed in. You're not just enjoying a meal, you're giving your body the tools it needs to combat inflammation and promote healing. As we reach the end of this chapter, think of what you've learned as an important shift. An awakening to the truth about a staple you thought was your ally. It's time to make informed decisions about what you put on your plate. Remember, your joints deserve better than what traditional dairy can offer. But stay tuned. There's one more common food lurking in your kitchen that could be just as damaging to your joints. In our next chapter, we're going to uncover the hidden pitfalls of something you might think is a gold standard for health. You won't want to miss it. It could change everything about how you approach your diet and your joint health moving forward. If you've made it this far, you already care about your strength and well-being. That intent alone puts you ahead of most. You've bravely faced some surprising truths about foods you once thought were allies in your health journey. We've discovered how those innocent-seeming choices, like omega-6 laden oils, whole wheat grains, and certain dairy products, may be doing more harm than good, igniting inflammation where you need support the most. Now, you stand at a transformative crossroads. The question isn't just about what to avoid anymore. It's about what dynamic, nourishing options you can embrace instead. Today, I'm excited to share a practical 5-day anti-inflammatory food plan that can reset your joints and set you on a path to renewed mobility and vitality. Are you ready to take action? Imagine this: a fictional senior named Henry. He's 68, just like many of you, and woke up each morning with stiffness that seemed to last forever. After watching our video series, he felt empowered to take control of his health. His journey began with a simple choice: to swap out detrimental foods for dishes that nourish rather than inflame. And you can too. Let's break down Henry's plan for you. Day 1 and 2. Start by eliminating harmful oils and grains from your diet. This may feel like a challenge, but take it one meal at a time. Focus on hydration. Drinking plenty of water to aid in flushing out toxins will be your best friend. Fill your plate with vibrant leafy greens, which not only nourish you, but can also work wonders for reducing inflammation. A soothing cup of turmeric tea can give you that extra anti-inflammatory boost. Day 3 and 4. It's time to introduce the power of omega-3s into your life. Think wild-caught salmon, fatty fish that will help reduce inflammation and loaded with nutrients. Pair it with colorful berries, which are high in antioxidants and can also support joint health. Why not try a homemade bone broth soup? It's comforting, delicious, and a powerhouse of collagen, which can actually help repair joint tissue. Day 5. This day is a moment of reflection. Take a moment to reassess how you feel. Are those mornings starting to feel less stiff? Are your joints a bit more mobile? You might notice those early signs of relief as you start to feel lighter and more energetic, a promising taste of the potential health improvements ahead. It's crucial to understand that your fork is indeed your most powerful medicine. The choices you make at every meal can either promote health or contribute to pain. Even small changes, like swapping out canola oil for olive oil or choosing almond flour instead of whole wheat flour, can have significant effects over time. The science shows that inflammatory cytokines, those troublemakers that spike your discomfort, can begin to lower within just 72 hours of making more mindful food choices. Perhaps you're thinking, can I really do this? The answer is a resounding yes. Every step you take toward nourishing your body is an act of self-love. Remember, change is possible at any age. Your body is listening, and it craves the good food you have the power to provide. Keep in mind, it's about progress, not perfection. Embrace those micro changes. They add up. As we wrap up, I invite you to take one small action today. Perhaps it's as simple as swapping that morning milk for almond milk, or choosing a wild-caught salmon for dinner this week. Your journey of transforming your health starts now, and you are not alone in this. Thousands of others are joining you. Seniors just like you who are reversing pain through the changes they make in their diets. Before we finish, I want to share a reminder that will linger in your mind. There's an essential nutrient most seniors are missing completely. Without it, your joints might not heal as effectively as they could. So don't forget to tune into our next video, where we'll uncover that secret and show you how it can revolutionize your joint health. Age may just be a number, but the energy, strength, and confidence you carry within you are ageless. You've taken an incredible step today, and I'm proud of you. Together, let's continue on this journey to embrace better health, one meal at a time. Thank you for watching, and my deepest wish is for you to feel the best you can every single day. Remember, you have the power to keep moving forward. So, stay curious, and see you in the next video.